Yeah. Okay, make sure all that's good. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a truly blind playthrough of Slay the Princess. Okay. So the context of how we even get here onto it. So I believe Sophie gifted me this game, I think for my birthday earlier this year onto that. And I've heard talk about the game for a little while on that, but I know literally nothing about the game whatsoever. Like, I don't even know what genre it is. I'm gonna assume visual novel onto that for just if I were to get a general vibe, but like, I truly know nothing about the game at all. Maybe that this princess may be a little cuckoo on that. I don't know. So this is going to be extremely experimental onto that. But just the people that have played it around me say that it's very good on that.
Yeah.
So, I'm just kind of curious, how did you guys first learn about the game and such onto that?
So, Sophie, you want to start?
It started. I think it mostly started when a lot of when I noticed someone I followed was doing a playthrough of it, and I just kind of sure, why not? And then once I started to figure out what the vibe and what this game's going for, I'm like, okay, I kind of dig this. And then of course Super Eye Patch Wolf covered it in his one thing, and suddenly this game started to explode everywhere, and that made me happy.
So for me, like, I heard rumblings of the game around when it was starting to get really popular, but obviously people were with this game are really good about not letting people get spoiled. So I just heard Slay the Princess. It's in the title. I see like the general art style, think, oh, this is pretty neat. All right, I'm not normally much of what I assume is horror, so let's go into this, see what it's like, and holy shit.
Real quick, is this gonna be a game where they need to see my mouse on screen for that?
They shouldn't really need to be able to see the mouse. Like, the mouse cursor does, like, have a neat little visual thing to it as you go through the game, but, like, it does, like, for as you can see, it does change the color of, like, what you hover over.
Okay. Yeah, just wondering if I should just enable mouse cursor or not onto that, but if not, okay.
Maybe for some extra visual flair, just because of what the mouse cursor does, because it's a nice little extra touch if you want to.
Okay, I'll allow it on that capture cursor. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I'd see the view of you mentioned. Okay. I guess just real quick onto that, because a few of you are mentioning Sophie's back for the first time onto it. So the reason why Sophie hasn't been back is just that her work hours are a bitch onto that right now.
Yep.
Onto that are really inconsistent. So it's now consistent enough that we can start doing something in between onto that.
I started work on off season. It is now on season.
Yeah, so it's just adult life be like that onto it, and the hours because of that, it's like I have to work around Sophie's schedule. Stefan's only available like 2 days. Tevi's only available on weekends, so it's like the games that I'm allowed to do with certain people that I know want to co-op are kind of limited onto that, so I'm trying to schedule as best as I can, and sometimes that's a little hard on that. So.
Funny thing is, I got it to where I can at least get some of my weekends back, and then Pat moved Dark Souls to Sunday. I'm just like, well.
Well, that's because Stefan then had his work hours change at that point. It's like, why? Why is it like this on that?
We are in purgatory.
Yeah. Truly. But, alright. I think we are ready. It is 8:01, so let's get started. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, okay, that's just...
Oh, yeah. It's fully voice acted,
You're
so.
here
Okay,
to
thank
save.
you.
Completely.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Explorer, the end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe she's the only reason because she's locked up? Killing the princess kind of seems bad, doesn't it? Can someone else do it? Forget this, I'm not going anywhere. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world that— what the fuck? Do I get a reward out of this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do, sweet. I
Okay.
always wanted
So-
to awful mark. Kabiba on revolution. Silently
Okay.
continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. What the fuck?
Okay, so when they say explore, that will lead to more dialogue options. And the bottom options will continue the story in that sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I guess work down the list here.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
By the way, is game audio good for you guys in chat, or do you need me to raise it at all?
That will be important. Yes, that's
Yes,
good.
because
check.
like most of this game is this game is voice acted, so I assume. Yeah.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
So, okay, those are. There we go.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
This is gonna be a very existential philosophical experiment, isn't it? Going to be on that.
Does it? Are you on?
Wow.
Yeah, careful.
Because slaying the princess much worse than slaying a fisherman or miller or seamstress. If anything, slaying the princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstress contributes something of value to society.
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Am I? Oh, there we go.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did. Are you serious? No, you have to do it. Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it. It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk with her, and if she's bad, you say maybe I'll slay her. Okay. I think this top one. We'll go with that.
All right.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Real quick, move
Not
the
gonna
mouse
go
around
through
a bit.
this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save
Yeah.
princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I am gonna. Is this faster or is this faster?
I don't know. I've never really touched that
We'll
slider.
try that. There. Let's see.
Mayor's like, yo, I'm trying to
The
dab you up, you
interior
keep
of the
shooting me
cabin
down.
is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to
nice.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, just checking in. Hey, I come here to kill you.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you think? Okay, yeah, you got me here. But no, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Forward. Haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I think I have my reasons. You think I just... Where? Not sure. This one.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
A lot. Okay. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it. Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you gonna do? But yeah, I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure there are some reasons for keeping. No, and if I'm being honest, more inclined to, interest them from people.
He stares.
No.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they...
Didn't tell you
That
what.
doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been there?
Too long. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
The princess, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna keep you locked away. Get down here, at least for a bit. We can. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking right now onto it is that
All right.
she was kind of being a little sassy on that last one of not really giving a name onto that kind of deal. But I also don't trust the narrator at the same time either. I'm clearly not given the whole story on this.
You are not.
Yeah, I'm definitely not letting her out, but I don't know. I'm like between slaying her or picking this option, and I feel like probably more this option right now on that. So I think keep her locked away for right now.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Shit.
Can I just say, since we're far enough in now, I can say this. I love how they make the player a character.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Brandon, I'm definitely not in let her out on this. Not in that camp at all on that.
Well, I know how this game would go for Brandon.
I don't know. Look at that smile.
Yeah, because here's the problem onto it. Because I feel like she's making too many threats kind of deal on a... Does she... Okay, I was thinking of slaying, but now I'm not so sure. It's like, it feels like she's egging us on to also slay her on that.
One thing I do find funny is how you've made a lot of similar choices to what I made at first.
I think I'm gonna pick Slay. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. 3,
Alright.
2, 1, tile drop!
Roll crits!
Its blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, the tower. Even though we died.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Pretty sure this whole thing just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. You're right. We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her, so we might as well enjoy what little time we have left. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Oh, That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You forget.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? We're dead, obviously.
The world around you is unwound, it's physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. There's a distant rumbling of many sounds, and the something comes close. You look from across reality, extremities find your consciousness, wrap around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance, fingers drag claws around the glass hole of your soul. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. I need something empty to crawl inside of me. It's something shaped like me.
Well, that was
On a path.
interesting route to get first.
What's happening?
Congratulations, you looped back.
Yep.
Okay, I think there was, skip, unseen, active choices. Okay.
Yeah, you've already done, like, all that stuff, so just...
Suddenly, the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the... We're not going to go through with this, right?
Okay. Cabin.
The
So,
interior of the cabin is almost...
are we doing this part differently or not? That's the fun question.
Take blade.
You take the blade from the table.
What if we just kill her outright at the beginning on that?
The door to the basement... Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yeah.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Play the princess.
You lunge forward
Oh, God,
with
it's-
a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
There should be a
I really
text
don't
log
think
somewhere,
you
by
should
the way.
do that. And why shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete
it might-
accuracy.
It-
The
is
princess
it that book
is
icon?
dead.
Yeah.
Your blade pierced.
Yeah.
So she'll get worked out. Yeah. Remove the blade, check for a pulse, you're right. Let's just leave her there. She's gonna jump scare on that shit. I already know it. Because none of these are good.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Thief.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy. What's done is done. And
I
there's
love
no
the
going
difference
back
between
now.
the two choices.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's
That's a
body
fun
is dust
sentence.
and
Oh.
bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Baka. Yeah.
Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever
Granted,
reason
no
you
save
don't
states
insist
until I
that this
actually
happened
understand what's
before,
going
at least
on
your heart's
onto
in
that.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a game you experience.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't, I don't have any idea what the route structure in the game, like, looks like or anything yet, so I just want to kind of keep going until, like, we get some semblance of structure at that point. I'm also noticing we're like a weird bird thing onto that. I'm not sure what that's
Don't
about.
worry about it. Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to
Place
slay
your
the
bets now,
princess,
chat.
what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying. Just stay focused, will you? Just be quick about it.
If anything, the world ended after I slew her. Then. Last time I stabbed her. That in the world. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
Voice of the Cold.
Yeah, he's been here.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with it.
What the fuck is going on? Yeah. Goodbye, dear. I can't look at myself. Yeah.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged. Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Let's not take the blame this time.
All right.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
This is exactly what I was telling you about in the woods. We've already killed her. I killed you. Stop playing the victim for the time. Sorry. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself? Satisfy some sort of vengeance? Take the bar? Sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. Take this one.
Nobody tricked you. And the fact that the princess's spirit has risen from the dead should be more than enough evidence that she isn't exactly sweet and innocent. It's all been an act. She's pretending. I wouldn't say she's ever pretended to be sweet or innocent. She does have a little bit of an attitude, but I can't blame her. We did kill her after all. I wouldn't be nice to my murderer if I was killed.
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. Is that really so much to ask?
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you owed. You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Before I agree to anything, we need to. Oh wait, that's it. That's not an explore option.
That is not an explorer.
I let you in. Oh, this would be temporary, right?
Then I won't hitch a ride. And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She is right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave. The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real. I don't know.
Oh, Lanky, thank you. Hello.
Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe.
Linky, you picked a fun game to raid.
It's a tough question.
So this is
Someone what she's going to do with her
so
life.
real quick, we are playing
princess leans in close
Slay the
and
Princess right
The
now
free
onto
air
it,
between
which is a
you
game I
stay
knew
around.
nothing about, and we are currently going through. Oh no.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
She's just a bit silly.
It's just silly.
People
She's
can
just silly.
understand either. Does anyone actually know?
God damn it, Linky.
So yeah, this is Slay the Princess, a visual novel game that's getting very, very existential. And on that, okay.
And yeah, I think it's clear that it's also one of those games where everyone's playthrough is going to be different, which is fun.
If you're dead, then it really doesn't. Okay, given a thought, the answer is no. I can't let you out. That's me. Okay, okay. So here's where I'm at right now onto it. It's that I'm kind of down for her getting revenge on whoever this other person is on that, but I don't want her to possess me on that. So,
It depends on what you want more, then.
Yep.
If you're dead, then. The answer is no, I can't let you out. This one.
Oh,
Alright.
I guess we'll have to fight then.
The princess
Oh, boy.
passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Not yet. But let's see if you stay that way.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a helpless witness as she rips her hand from your chest, holding your still beating heart in her clenched fist. But that's ours!
See you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers, dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Great.
Ah.
I forget if I
We're
ever
on a
got
path
this
in
one.
the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her. Again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right
There's a new
answer.
voice every path on
And what if there is?
Yep.
I want you listening to me. What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of
Oh, God.
cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes, and then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Why should we help you? All you're gonna do is lock us away forever, or the same way we be real quick to accept that we haven't been here.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Been killed by her, and then killed her, then killed by her. Neither of those things are going well. If we're going to fall for this loop, eventually we're gonna have to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Cheated and cold are a fun combo.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
Back to cabin. Is she going to be in our
Long
body
before
now?
you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning.
Well, we technically
You
didn't
know
let
what's
her
there,
in.
and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more
Yeah,
you
50, she just
talk,
Mortal Kombated
the more
us
I'm
last
interested
time.
in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack. There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. What are the odds she's waiting for us right now, just out of sight, on the other side of that glass? You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something wrong with the frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs
I didn't even get a chance to save you that time.
You collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear.
I definitely never got this one before.
Too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I killed you and then killed what father? I don't want to hurt you, I don't got here. Wouldn't be possessing me against my will. Don't have to leave. It is you need to take my card? Can I just open the door for you? But that's fine, I actually take struggle.
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger. I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the
I
princess
think she's mad at us.
emerges. Her proportions
What gives you that idea?
limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching
Hello.
yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you.
You have
from a
games on your
fresh
phone?
angle. You can't do anything to help us. Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
Yes.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Cast the odds into the abyss!
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
He's gone. But
When velocity ceases, you see something, a mask growth within you. The princess short for a moment.
What is happening to me?
You don't answer for something. It takes her hand and leaves something in her place. You feel a warmth underneath your feet
She's
once
gone.
more.
where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't even know where she went to.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us. Good riddance. I'm begging you, don't do this. This is going to do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in this place, empty, but it's quiet here. You are at the cabin. Recognize the presence of the inhibiting cell. It's the entity that dwells within you.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Based outside the woods, aren't you? I thought it was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Yes, I've touched it.
How can the world have ended if we are talking? You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
You have set me asleep, princess. Are you?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
You always start just making that part of yourself.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
You scared of what I'll...
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
What happens if I don't?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. If you need time, then I'll wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
And the game closes. Yeah. Yeah.
For those who don't know, the game just crashed onto that.
No, it didn't. No, Pat, it doesn't crash. That was save and quit.
It's like, okay, we're gonna wait then.
But however long you need to boot the game back up.
Alright, boot the game back up. What is happening, y'all?
A lot is happening.
What is happening? No. Hold on. But no. And now you fucked it up because you're on the wrong goddamn monitor game now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. We're back. Alright. Okay.
Hi.
thank you.
You will.
Everything goes dark and then you die. What is
All right.
happening?
So, you've done your first loop.
So do you remember what she said to you?
Basically to
Is the game muted?
Is it muted? Oh, because the game restarted onto that. It's now technically a different window. Hold on.
God damn it. But yeah,
This is
so,
what happens when the game tries to be fancy. and shit.
Look, this game's meta as shit. But, anywho, so, as she was saying, she needs you to find her different perspectives. Bring enough of them back to her to let the rest of them magnetize to her. Those perspectives are the different routes.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured onto that they were different routes onto that. So that's basically the game just saying, hey, go and get every route possible on that.
Well, not every route. Whatever ones you can get. And here's the fun thing that you didn't get the dialogue about this, but she actively closes off the choices you already made.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, for a playthrough, you will not repeat the same route you went through the first time.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think let's try saving her
Make
at
your way up the
the
short
straight
path.
at the beginning this time.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, with Nico's stream, he went murder happy immediately.
Middle of the cabin.
I do think by this point you should at least have a save now, just to
Alright.
make sure this one sticks.
Okay.
Alright.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't be a stranger.
Hi,
It's
Alexandra.
been so
Oh,
long since I've had
no.
any
Oh, wait,
visitors.
Jesus. I mixed up my PFPs.
Alright, so I'm a girl now. Alright,
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes.
Brain saw a green background and immediately
There's a
thought it
heavy
was her.
chain around her wrist.
Alright,
binding
so,
her to the far wall of the
Pat,
basement.
Sophie.
She's
Yeah.
beautiful. How could someone like this
Yeah.
be a threat to anyone?
You want a little
I
snippet?
am begging
What
you to
happened
stay
during the
focused.
Crystal Raid
Not
as a
right.
continuing to write the lore? Because I just can't hold this
Hi.
in.
Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hang on.
Give us a sec.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Jason, you can. After that.
I'm not like. It's in. I'll put it in the Epic Universe chat. The
Okay.
Because I was sitting here thinking, I was like, okay, I have a general idea. I just need to now narrow it down. And I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking, I'm just like, okay, I know she's gonna get kicked out, but what happens? And then I started playing Mutiny. I got this character here, I just go, I got it.
He's talking about character 14 lore chat.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We're gonna try freak her this time.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Now,
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
huh?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her!
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Water!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Got to do the damsel.
Yep.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do— If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's
this
trying to
voice.
keep us apart, but he won't be able to
Hello,
withstand
Smitten.
the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
So it might as well be mentioned now. Yeah, obviously all versions of the princess are the same VA, but also all the inner voices are the same VA.
Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is clean and
More
elegant.
beers.
Its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And no
The
beer.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This time shall be different. Surely this will work again.
Creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
We have a
Okay,
Disney
I'm
prince
with
in our
you.
head.
We should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Or like the voice of
You
the
walk
Sim.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can
This
hear
man.
my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
it's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's
Yes.
right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Oh, narrator, we have plenty of paths so we can go on to that.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Oh, heaven, last
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's
The
because
damsel
she's
is
perfect.
a root.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alright, surely, this will go well this time, Pontima. Nothing bad could happen if we try the
Has to.
the same experiment, hoping for different results.
No.
That's the
Can't
point of
let you do that.
experiments.
If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Why don't you tell me what you want? There. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest. Let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you
We
do,
will bang
actually.
and then the world
I
will
doubt
explode.
it. Imagine this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face on the lock. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we should.
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
I think we could open it if we try together.
Okay.
Let's go!
Let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
I love how done the narrator is.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I love the complete 180 of this compared to the last battle.
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
The end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. If her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Jojo, this is less the DM checked out and more everyone's fucking with the DM.
No, this is the DM is trying to make their plot, and then the players just keep doing ridiculous shit and just keep getting a nat 20 every single fucking time.
Yes, exactly.
It's just, God damn it! None of my plan is working. We're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it! What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold.
And now the
Our feathers
depression.
Plot them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
The hands. Goodbye.
So, one extra little comedic detail they did for that path, the damsel is drawn with a bigger bust. I am not kidding.
Yeah.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Also, Pat, we got the same second route. Let's go.
I miss my wife, Hero.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Boy. Yeah, I'm just not gonna. These go by so fast. I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'll just let them play on screen for that.
To fair, part of it is you having auto
Many
on.
nights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, I think, yeah, if you say, I think either the first or second one, it tells you, they have a different, unique reaction to what princess you got.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
At the end of it.
It's one of these.
Yeah. Kinder to me than anyone. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I was back as a
Okay, what do you have any thoughts of that vessel? That one.
Okay,
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
I believe she said she was a creek before.
Yeah. Yeah, do these keep repeating every time onto that for...
I know you can click on the same ones to bring back those dialogue branches, but like this is kind of like the intermission sort of section in a way.
Yeah. I know that the dialogue does slightly change when you're nearing the end, but yeah.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I'm assuming attacking the body's a bad idea. Onto that.
I would not know.
You've never done it?
And at the end
Nope.
of that path, you're here.
Okay, you know what? I am going... I know we're close to the end of time, but I want to do it. I want to do all the exact same thing, except we stay there this time on that.
Alright.
You're gonna sit.
You make your way. The interior.
Yeah, you'll know when you hit a point that you can't repeat
stranger.
anymore because of like grayed out or something.
You're only making this.
Okay.
You make your way to the.
Wait, princess.
Fine. No.
Winner.
Stop that.
Oh.
There it is.
Nope.
Because the damsel's already been claimed, the damsel's no longer there to be brought to.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there? A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
She pounces on you with the
I
same
don't know.
kind of ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Witch.
Ooh, yeah.
Each.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay
Here
her.
to slay her.
Okay. Chat. What do you guys think? I didn't plan on this being another path split onto. I'm good for keep going if you guys are, but like, what do you guys want to
I'm
do?
down.
So how it works is you can't repeat a route on a playthrough. You have to do another playthrough to redo that path.
Mm-hmm. I'm just surprised
There
that cut off that early on that.
there are multiple different pathways you can go through around.
Oh yeah, there are so many. Like, yeah, like the way you did, Damsel, it could have gone differently.
A warning before you go any
Before you go any further.
She will lie. Don't
Like,
worry.
gee.
You can trust us to get the job done.
Ah, the opportunist.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll take the blade this
blade
time.
from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
You changed quite a bit on this round.
Oh yeah.
Man, I am jiving with the idea that this game is going for on that. Oh man, I know when I'm done. I'm assuming the YouTube essays for this game have to be something else.
Not gonna lie, the only content I've really engaged with was Nico's stream.
Recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Oh, narrator, you are wrong on that one.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You descend the basement steps,
It's a tail!
entering the dark room below.
You a kitty?
You can just make out the shape of the princess.
Yeah,
in
the witch
blue.
design is not what you'd
She's huddled
expect.
against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've
Have we
already
been here
been
before?
haven't
Oh
you?
no.
Oh god, it
I
is
feel like we've
happening
been here
again.
before.
Figure that one out. Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember it? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
I love the opportunist.
Just focus on the task at hand. I I don't care if you've been
when
here
I-
before.
when
and
I get to
don't
a
care
pause
if you think
point.
you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you
I
having a
think
tongue.
there is a way where you can pause your.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
auto for one thing.
I'm just laughing at the thing I'm seeing in chat. I'm just like, narrator, we opportunist. So we're dropping all pretenses, right? Narrator, yeah. Yes, so now you should opportunist would narrator. I'm sorry, what?
What?
What the fuck?
I'll say a Dutchman. As you can see, opportunist is not quite tie on no.
Look, I say we all. Okay. Look, I know things not messy, but.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains
Yep.
fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time.
He really is a cat.
She
She
little-
turned her hand into
A
jelly.
woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone. Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
There's some problem. Oh God, no!
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. You want us to turn around and kill her. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We're going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course, that's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
That was fun.
Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't. But even more than I wanted my freedom, I really, really wanted to hurt you. And you know as well as I that by our very natures, only one of us could make it up those stairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned where she'd turn her back on us and I'd say, "Now stab her in the back! Do it now!" And then you'd say something like, "Wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us." And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. Why didn't you tell us your plan before we agreed to go first? Because then you'd have had to lie to her. And you're a terrible liar. That's not... Okay, that's actually a good point. It would have been a good point if it had actually worked. But it didn't work, did it? Well, it's not my fault that nobody listened to me. The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side.
Well,
in all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next? I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
I'll take this, I guess!
Pat, we got the same two endings in a row. What the fuck?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Right. How much more can I see of myself?
Oh?
It's a swamp hand.
You withered.
What? Again.
I blame the witch.
I look more and more like Swamp Thing now.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a
I have a broken back. I don't know what that means.
can't be a contradiction. Contradiction.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Stand to be a contradiction.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us hurts the other. That make a big
It
difference.
changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Anything that makes me like it. Alright.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
This vessel.
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Feel you.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. I will regret destroying you if that is what we come to.
The world.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Figured out what finish.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't want any preferences on how you'd like to change your road.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to contemplate the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna say. Actually, gonna save on two.
Fair enough.
I want to see what happens if you attempt this on. What is it? What do you mean destroy your body on that?
It's. I think it's another way to say you want to go back.
Okay. Okay. Hey, D. I'll do it. You're right at the end of this. I am attempting to see what happens if I click this.
Oh, curiosity is gonna kill you.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight.
Wow, that's kind of sad, bro.
We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Oh.
Oh no, you can't do that now.
Destroy your body.
Okay, no, that's the.
Forward, gently touches
There's
side.
nowhere for you to be but here.
All right,
Okay.
ready to go back?
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
It goes dark and you die.
And we
Ah,
back.
Your
For
own
context,
path
we
through
have
the wood.
Wraith, Damsel, and Witch.
Oh, nice.
And also, well, leaving and then dying immediately was another.
Oh
round.
yeah. What will you do now?
Well, this is gonna be the end of the stream. Well,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So
You haven't got like an actual ending yet, right?
yeah, we've gotten
Not
three endings proper so far.
Right.
Well, 3 vessels on that.
Three
Yeah,
vessels. Okay,
we-
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because after
the,
enough, you do get a proper ending. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one we got was Wraith, then we got Damsel, then we got Witch.
We
Yeah, I am
Which I will say, yeah.
I'm very curious what the route pathing looks like in this game.
It's wild.
that.
Especially with Pristine Cut having added more, it's wild.
Hmm.
it's Pristine Cut not only added more routes, but added more variations on routes.
Oh boy.
But,
Yeah, like I know one of Nico's first ones ended up like being a brand new one.
Okay. Yeah. If you were wondering my thought process on the first one, ED onto it, I was very much in the camp of like I think the narrator's not giving me enough information, but she's clearly showing some aggression onto that. So
So did you kill her immediately or what?
I did not kill her immediately onto.
Did she kill you?
She did kill me onto that.
Okay, got it. Noted.
Okay. Before the Wraith, she stepped on us, and then Pat immediately left the cabin. So
What-
she.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And he
then,
moved back to the
then I
first.
went back in and killed her immediately on that for the round 2 of that.
Oh boy.
So we got one of the not quite endings. Although that also played out differently than I remembered, so I don't know. Maybe it's a new Pristine Cut version of that.
Oh no!
What
If you, I know if you try to leave the path, it just loops you back to the first chapter.
Well, yeah, but I also remember there being a thing for if you leave at a certain point or something.
We'll put a pin on that.
Yeah.
I can
find
say
out.
I am jiving with the direction that this game is going on. I really want to see what the big picture of this whole thing is onto that. And like, what the hell is this primordial being that the princess actually is on that?
Oh, we'll get there. We will get there.
Again, I've said it before, but I got a feeling YouTube essays for this game must be absolutely wild on that. But, yeah, I think that'll do it for this week, for it. So, hopefully next week we'll be back at our usual time onto that, but, I'm very much looking forward to more on this. So, yeah, let's also go and raid someone tonight on that.
What's the hashtag, folks?
One vessel, please.
Alright, there we go.
Okay. I see Clark is streaming. Let's go raid him.
Alright.
They're doing some Mario Party.
As you do.
Alright, so give Clark some love onto that, and we'll see you guys streaming wise on Sunday for more Dark Souls. Bye bye.